Hello, welcome again to Nomad's World. Today we're going to work on uh, a chicken farm, making eggs, and we're going to work on our farm for right out here. We're going to get this going uh, for potatoes and carrots and wheat. We're going to start with, I did a little more mining. As you can see, I've got a little bit more iron here going. Found a little bit more gold. We're going to take this and we're going to start by making some hoppers and some chests. So go over here. Now, hoppers, where are they? Oh, first we make some chests. There they are. Let's make 1, 2, 3. We'll just there we go. We got 8 chests. All right, and then we need some hoppers. Now hoppers take a chest and some iron. Okay, 5 iron, and we need a couple of these, and then we'll put the rest of the iron back. Let's put some items away here. Put that away. I've got some food because I'm getting a little low on bread. So I've done one of the things I was going to show, and I messed up. I didn't keep it in here, but I had the iron in here, and when you take something out of here after it's cooked or smelted, it's the items you take also give you some experience. So that's one of the reasons my experience is up to level 15 already, is because the wood, the food, the iron, every time you're cooking stuff, you get some of those little green experience globes. So that's just something to keep in mind. If you need some experience to get your level up, just cook up some food, cook up some iron and some gold, and you'll get yourself a little bit of XP. It's not a lot, but if you're doing it with the mining, you're gonna be fine. All right, let's go over here. We're gonna make our infinite water source first. I think this is a good spot right here. We're gonna dig in here, and it needs to be 3 squares long. And we got a little head height here. We'll let's put some of this back. That'll keep us from walking into it. Hopefully it'll keep some of the animals out of it. Some of them will probably wander in here and get in the water. We'll go down here, and we'll get ourselves some water. Oh, there's a llama. Oh, 2 llamas. White one or a brown one? Hey. Hi. How are you? You want to grow up and lay some eggs around here? Okay, so let's take a look at the water. Now, if you look at the water, see how it's kind of still. It has a little bit of a shimmer to it. It's some little movements in the pixels, but for the most part, it's not moving. Now, if I take a bucket, you notice. Let's do that again. Notice on all four corners how it kind of gets water currents flowing back into that square. Now, if you have 2, these are called water source blocks. Okay, if it's not a source block, it'll have a current flowing, and it'll look a little bit more like this over here. Let's see if I can get a good angle on this. Probably not the best colors. See how that's flowing in this direction? Those are not water source blocks. This one is a source block. So if I was to use my bucket to take that, then the rest of this would stop. Okay? So that's important. Little note. And I'll show you why. Go back up here to where we're going to do our infinite water source. place this water. Thought about making 2 buckets of water, or 2 buckets for the water, but I decided not to. We'll put the first one here on this end. Now see how it's flowing? Okay, so this one and this one are not source blocks. This one is. It's flowing also, but that's because it drops off. Now, if we were to place a block in the middle of that, then it would stop flowing. We'll go out here, and I'll explain why that one that I took turns into a source block again. That's one of the reasons I like being around the ocean, is you have plenty of water to work with, and nothing spawns in the water except for squid. Now, if I place it here, this is going to continue to flow, okay? But see how this one does not? This one's stopped, because now this one's a source block, so this one does not. If I take that back, it goes back to the way it was. Now, if I place it here, they're all source blocks now. Okay, so if you have 2 source blocks with a spot in the middle and the water's flowing into there, it'll turn that into a source block. So now I can take this and it just replenishes it. So I now have, as long as I continue to just take from this middle, I have an infinite amount of water right here close to my farm. Now, we'll come over here, and we need to change this lighting up a little bit. I've got plenty of lighting around on the fence. That's great. Stuff shouldn't spawn, but what we're going to do... oh, I only have 2. I'm going to have to... I got a little bit of string, so I can make another one. Oop! So pick that back up. Let's put that back in there so I don't keep clicking on it. White wool. Alright, so we got 3. We also need some fencing. Oh, I do have some fence right there. Okay, and got plenty of torches. Okay, what we're gonna do, we're gonna raise these torches up in the air a little bit. We want it to continue. Creeper. Make sure there's nothing behind me. Okay, we're going to take that out, and we're going to place a block here. Let's place one here to stand on. Okay, one more. Now we want it to be too tall. That way we can walk under it. And then on top of this, we're going to place... Let's move some stuff around. Okay. We're going to place a fence post. Now I could just put the another block. I think I'll do that for over there. Actually, yeah, let's not... I'm not going to do a fence post. I usually put a fence post, and then on top of that I put the wool, and then I put torches around that. But I think I'm going to just... Let's just save the wool we've got. For now, we can always come back and change this up later. Okay, and then we're gonna put torches all around. Okay. Oh, you know what? I think I want... Yeah, I can reach there now. I want a torch on top too. That'll prevent anything from spawning up there. Nothing should spawn up there because it's well lit. So, but just to be safe. All right, we're gonna put 1, 2, 1 there. Okay, and then a torch on top. Oop. There we go. Take this out. Now remember, these torches are marked where I'm going to have my water. And so I want to still have the light here, but 1, 2, 3, 4, torch. Okay. this out. Torch, torch. Can't put any on the bottom, but that's alright. Block, 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 block. Torch. And 2 more to go. 1, 2, 3, 4. One here. Torch, torch. These. Torch, torch. And 1 more. This torch. Okay. So now we got our light, and the torches are not on the ground where they're in the way. That also is helpful because when you're going around collecting your crops and stuff, yeah, you're gonna end up hitting the torches, and then you're gonna have to put them back down. So this keeps them up out of your way, but still keeps the area well lit. So still a little bit, you know, the light factor right here shouldn't be an issue in terms of mobs spawning. It shouldn't spawn anything in here except maybe some animals. But once we have plowed this, then nothing should spawn in here. Probably should let's do this. Stopped raining. Okay. And okay. Now no animals will spawn in here. See this area here, as long as it's well lit and it's got grass, animals will spawn in here. Once we have plowed, I don't know, I'm pretty sure that nothing will spawn on this side of the fence on this block because the fence occupies that block space. So so those should be fine. Now what we're going to do is we're going to dig out these. See if I can get these right. Okay. If you right click with the shovel, it turns it into a path block. I don't remember what they call this, but that's not plowed. Alright, that's just basically matting down the grass to indicate a path. Grass won't grow here, nothing will grow on this, but you can still place on it and it'll change it back. Oop, I missed. Okay. Let's get our dirt blocks. Make sure I got this right. Okay, it's lined up that way. It's lined up that way, so it's directly underneath. Cool. I'll do this directly underneath. Collect our dirt. We don't want to lose that. Valuable resources. There's so much dirt you know, but to me it's the, you know, it's here. Making chests is easy enough to store stuff. I've played on a world where I had probably 5 or 6 chests just dirt, and I had probably 8 cobblestone. I'd done that much mining, and I just saved it, you know, and occasionally I used a bunch of it and then restockpile it. Okay, so there is our 6 spots for the water. So now we're going to take our bucket again, put that back up there, move those, okay, and we're going to go and infinite water source. Handy dandy, don't have to go all the way down to the water, especially while you never know where that creeper is. again, you know, once I have more iron, I would have more buckets. And so doing something where I need to move a bunch of water or a bunch of lava, buckets can, they can move lava too. And we'll get into that. We'll make a cobblestone generator, and we'll play around with some obsidian later when we go to make our nether portal. Alright, so we're going to leave this bucket empty that we got on us. And so now we got the water. Okay, now water needs, for your farmland, when you plow, in order for a piece of, let me make the hoe real quick and I'll show you what plowed land looks like. So we get our iron, let's put this back in here, that in there, that in there, okay. And we're going to make 2 hoes, just to make sure we, move that down there, sticks, okay, close door. Alright, so right click. Now see the difference? This is plowed, this is a path. Alright, I think something will still spawn on this, but it won't spawn on this, is my understanding. I could be wrong. And I don't think these grass blocks will allow anything to spawn inside the fence or on the outside. It'll just, you know, like here something could spawn, but it's unlikely. So, you know, we'll just go along. Now, see how it changed to dark? That means it's irrigated. Okay, you don't have to wait for them to be irrigated to plant on them, but it's the irrigated land, I believe, grows crops faster. So it's maybe beneficial. It really doesn't matter. You know, you just plant your crops and then go off and do something else. So and eventually your crops are harvestable. And if you're looking to really mass produce, then you just, you know, to me, I just build more farm space, you know. And so and this is a temporary farm, all right? This is going to change later on. I'm going to show you how to make a semi-auto crop farm. But for now, since we don't have a lot of resources that we want to spend, this is going to be the beginning of a farm. That way we get some potatoes, because we're gonna be eating potatoes for a little while until we have our chicken farm going. So go through here, and now the reason you need the water blocks, the water will irrigate land up to 4 blocks away. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. I go this way, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, but this one's irrigating this one. So, you know, between the two of them, they're irrigating all the land. So everything inside this fence should be irrigated quite easily. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I got a good placement on the fence going this way. I didn't get quite that good going this way, because if I put maybe 3, 6, maybe 6 more blocks in here, then it would have maximized the use of this water. But you know, it's just a couple of blocks taken out for the water, so it's fine. So we're gonna do this real quick, and I'll be right back. All right, we're back. I accidentally hit the stop on the record instead of pause, so making another video to throw in with the other one to tie them together, and in the editor. So that'll be a new thing to do. So as you can see, most of the ground is now irrigated, and it's still, there was one. If we just stand here, yep, there's another one. So it'll eventually get them all. Grabbed all my plantable items that I do have. We got a lot of beetroot. We're just gonna get enough to have a full stack of beetroot. I believe they actually, I think beetroot's actually a seed. Rose red. Yeah, I don't think I can plant the beetroot itself. Yeah, I can't plant that. That's the crop. These ones, on the other hand, I can plant a potato and it'll grow into more potatoes. So we'll plant that carrot right there. We'll plant the potatoes right there, and then those 5 wheat. Now, here's something that has been brought up in a few videos. If you alternate rows, and I don't remember if it's north, south, east, and west, I don't remember, but we're just going to go ahead and plant them. I'm not concerned. If you plant in alternating crops, they'll grow faster. So if this whole field was just wheat, it wouldn't grow quite as fast as if I was doing carrots, potatoes, and wheat. So that's something else to keep in mind when you're doing it this way, that alternate your crops, and I believe there may be a orientation, north, south, east, west, something, with the rows. But again, we're not going to get into that. That's not important. Okay, so we've got that done. I did use up one hoe like I thought I would, and so I got a little bit into the next one, but got all that done. And so the next project, let's sleep real quick so it's daytime. And next project we're going to do is do that over there. Okay. The egg farm. We want to get some eggs. Now this will lead us into the next video, which will be our chicken farm. But there's it. Oh, there it is. Oh, another egg. Yay! See, I need a bunch of eggs. All I really need is enough eggs to get one chicken where I want him. But for right now, we got him. So we're gonna dig underneath this guy. We're gonna be careful because we don't want him getting out. So let's do right there. He can't get out from that. And then that should be good. Okay. We take 2 chests. Take our hoppers, put the egg in there. Alright. Chest. Okay, put our chest down. And then on top of the chest, we're going to select our hopper. Now, hoppers are a little bit tricky to mess with at first. You gotta, if I just place it right here, see this right here on the bottom? That's what you might call the pipe, okay? The pipe leads to where it's going to dump. So if I put the stuff in here now, it's not going to go anywhere, but right now, but it would push it straight down into this block. Now there's no chest there or no other hoppers or anything like that. Die. Chicken. Give me chicken. So if you, let's say I have a chest here. Okay, I don't know why I put 2. I always like big chests. And I crouch and point at the chest and then place. Now see that pipe? It's pointing into the chest. So if I put these in here, now watch them decrease, and they're going into the chest. So that's what we're going to do over here for the eggs. Take that back. And you can have that pipe go in any 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 directions. North, south, east, west, or straight down. Okay. Hoppers do not do not push items up. That's the only, that's a kind of a disadvantage, but you know, there's other ways of getting things to go up. So we're gonna select our hopper, crouch, place, it's pointing straight down into the chest. So as this chicken lays eggs that are capturable by this hopper, they'll go into the chest. And then when we come back, hopefully we'll have a bunch of, eventually we'll have a bunch of eggs in there, and then we can make use of those. Now, I need my fencing, because I'm going to move that chicken a little bit. And let's see, some dirt. And let's dig right here. Now, in order to open the chest, I have to have this block cleared out. If I have a hopper, won't block the chest, but if I have a dirt block there, I can't open the chest. Okay, so keep that opened up. Clear this a little bit. There, now we got our way to get in there, and we're going to close this off. Alright, and put the block there. Okay, now let's go get our fence real quick. Fencing. I'm a farmer. Gotta mend the fences. Fancy, fancy. Oh, no, not that one. Where'd they go? There they are. Okay. Close the door. Close the gate. Wipe our feet when we go in and out. Don't want to be tracking no mud. Missus will get mad. Alright. So now we're going to extend the fence. We're going to take this middle one out. And I was expecting the hopper to grab that, but we can get it from there. And then when this chicken moves over, I'm going to place another fence post right here where he's standing, and then we'll take these fence posts out, and then we'll let him do his thing. Come on, buddy. Move over. I wonder if he can't because of the hopper. The hopper has a little bit of a height issue. Oh, there it goes. There we go. Alright, you're right where I want you, buddy. Sometimes when something's standing on the hopper, it'll actually drop down into the hopper a little bit. So it's kind of got a funny little hitbox. Alright, so lay your eggs, buddy. So what I'm going to do is when I'm going to end the video, and then I'm going to be inside, and I believe I should be close enough. I'll be right up against the door. I'll be close enough that this chicken can continue to lay his eggs, and then we'll check back and see if he's got any eggs in here. Let's put these two in here. So we got 2 eggs. Let's remember that. 2 eggs before we start. So that's gonna do it. I'm gonna get to work and coming up to my weekend here. So I'm gonna hopefully get a few more videos done this weekend, and maybe get started on the other 2 games. That'd be nice. Get something going. So if you like the video, give me a like, give me comments. I need to know what you want to see. If everything's been useful. If you've got any suggestions on my audio quality, I mean it bugs me. I know I say and a lot, but I can't help it. That's gonna do it. Subscribe if you like my channel, and talk to you tomorrow.